Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. This is still part of the week-long UV resin using Bond Crafter's kit. And I told you I would show you how to make a tray and a coaster. We have coasting through the week, but this week is not a sleigh tray. So what I am going to do is this will be a 2-for-1. This could be a little coaster or a little tray. So we're going to do this. It'll suffice for my coasting through the week, but it's also a small tray. So we will do this in UV resin. Now, is it going to take quite a bit of resin? Yes, it is. But you could find a smaller one. I think this is actually the smallest one I probably have. Or the other ones that are real nice are those car coaster ones. But we'll do this because we want to do like a tray and a coaster. So, but this is a way to participate if all you have is UV resin or all you do is UV resin. So, first of all, we're going to do the bow. So let's get some UV in here, in this little cup. And then, what colors do we want to make this? What haven't we used in this resin rocker color? We haven't used the orange. We haven't used this one. Is this one pink? This is indie. It's an orange. And this one looks to be a little orangey. It's full. I think we'll use the indie and what other color? How about some... Let's do some metal, which is their black. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to do is the bow. So this is the indie. Squirt a little alcohol in there. And let's fill up the bow. Now, I'm going to put some more in it, and we're going to fill up the little dots, the little bubbles there, same color. And then we'll do the other part in metal. But let's get this part done and cured up. Looks like we had just enough, which is great. Now, I do want to clean this part off. Let's not cure that on there. Okay. All right. Let's get this under the light. We are going to do 3 minutes and be right back. Okay, as you can see, I also flipped it over and cured it for 3 minutes. So let's turn it back over now. I got out a little bit bigger cup here because we're going to need more UV resin. Like I said, this is going to take more resin, but this is still how you can participate in all those collaborations if all you ever do is UV. So here's our metal color. We are going to put some drops of this. Now this is like their black for UV, okay? So we're gonna make sure that we cure it all the way. I'm gonna grab a stick. And we're going to make sure that we cure it on both sides. You can probably tell this is translucent colorant, and that is why it works for UV. It's not an alcohol ink, it's just a translucent UV pigment that they use. So, here we go. We're gonna get a layer down here. Let's let this close up, as you can see it's doing here. You just, best not to have any fish eyes, although you could catch those bare spots in the next layer, but I wanted to get down just a layer of this metal. I'm going to check around for bubbles. I'm going to spray this with the alcohol, and here we go. We're going to cure this one, both sides, 3 minutes. I like to make sure my stuff is very, very cured properly. Okay, now that we've got, let's turn it back over. We're going to do another cup of UV resin. Gonna have to open another bottle. I'm gonna put this one upside down in my little holder over here. Oh, I had another one up. Oops. Okay, this one was upside down in there too, so let's get every last little bit out of these bottles. That one was from yesterday. Okay, definitely want to spray this with alcohol. We made bubbles by with those bottles at the end. Okay. Now we're going to there we go. And I'm also going to add in, we got this gold glitter in the kit. So let's add some of that in also. Make our tray have a little sparkle sparkle. It's ultra fine, so I don't mind this type of glitter. I despise that chunky stuff. Or even the medium. The only one I'll use are these ultra fines. The other ones are just a pain in the butt to clean out of your cups and everything, even though I'm using a disposable at this point. Okay. We're probably gonna need a little more. So that we build this up good. Yep, we need a little bit more. I'll grab a new one while that other one's draining. Because we'll need a new one for the rest of the week anyway. So might as well open it now. Yeah, this little cutting tool, don't lose it. Comes in very handy. Okay. Okay. Some more metal in here. And of course, a little more glitter. Let's see if this will fill it up. Finish closing that up. See some bubbles on there, so let's give it a good squirt. Okay, we have some leftover back here, but that looks pretty good in the tray right now. We are going to do 5 minutes on each side, so I'll be back to you in a few. Okay, let's check this out. Sounds good. Well, there you go. Look at that. Now, it is a little bit sticky, so what you would do is, it's cured, it's just still a little sticky. It's not soft, it's just a little tacky. So what I would do is just simply put this back under the light for like 2 minutes. Now that it's completely out of the mold. As you can see over here, I dumped my leftover mixed colors into these little teeny tiny molds. And the easiest way for me to do that is I just pour it in the center and then I scrape to each side. And then I use this. If you guys haven't seen these, I'll show you when the light goes off so it's easier. These are mini spatulas and they have a scoop end on it. and they are the best things around. So that's how I do those teeny tiny molds, because putting in 1 drop at a time is just, it's painful. So we're going to turn that off as soon as the 2 minutes is up. These will need to go under the light because they're not going to get fully cured because the light isn't over directly on top. That's fine. We can do those later. Okay, so there you go. There is your little coaster or tray. So you could use this for coasting through the week, or you could use it for slay a tray on Thursdays when they're available. When they do it every other. So there you go. There is a cute little UV resin tray that you can make and still be a part of the collaborations, even if you only do UV resin. So we will see you tomorrow for another day of UV, a week-long UV project. And don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the black bell to make sure you get all my notifications when I upload a new video. And don't forget all the discounts in the description box. There are 2 great big Bond Crafter ones there. One is for their 16-ounce epoxy, if you do epoxy, or if you want to try it, because it brings it down to under $9 for a 16-ounce kit. So that is good now until the 31st. We may be able to get it extended. We'll see. And then they do have their 2-gallon epoxy resin for, I think it's 30% off. So take advantage of those deals. The links are in the description box. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.